Alright, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Ty Belfi, and I collect and make reproductions of antique scientific instruments and communication devices from the early 1800s through the 1950s.
I discovered it on your own.
I've always had a really big interest in science stuff, and so, that's a very good question. I don't honestly know, but partially because of my big interest in science, and I just love the way that old antique scientific instruments look, like the brassy knobs that they have and the meters and all the gauges. Just the aesthetic of it is really pleasing that I like, and the history that it has as well. Probably the last thing I made was this Cohere. This is the first radio receiver device ever made. I made that last year. I think that's the last thing.
So how long did it take you to make it, and then go in depth of explaining what it actually does?
So basically, this was the early radio receiver. This was invented by Edward Brandley back in the later 1800s, and this was made more popular by I'm gonna butcher his name, Guillermo Marconi, which is he's known as the father of radio. And the basic idea of how this works is a high frequency radio signal made by an electric spark gap, kind of like a bolt of lightning or your gas stove igniter, that sends off electromagnetic waves. And when those waves are picked up by an antenna, which would be attached to both of these little binding posts here, this Cohere, this is the actual device called the Cohere. Inside there's a metal tube, or this is a glass tube with metal plugs on either side and finely ground pieces of metal. And when those radio waves connect here, it'll cause this to cohere and create an electrical signal, which will so wirelessly it'll ring this bell from the receiver, which I have over there. That's the simplest terms how it works. And actually, reading some papers and such, I believe that they still don't actually know why this works, but it works. The actual building of this took me a couple weeks, but to build this Cohere took me a couple of years to figure out how to do it. I bought the glass, and I couldn't figure out how to fuse the wires inside the glass until I realized maybe if I made the wires smaller, I could do it. So it took me about 2 years just simmering on ideas and how to do it. Once I got that done, I figured out how to put this together. It's pretty simple, just some wood and stuff. And I found this bell, which is perfect for this kind of time period thing, which is an essential part of this.